Just like we have 7 notes for a key's major scale, we also have 7 chords for every key. These 7 chords of a key are called the diatonic chords. They're the chords that are naturally occurring in a key. They're the chords that are actually built from the notes of the key's major scale. The 7 diatonic chords for any key are built from what we call diatonic triads. Every chord is made up of a triad, 3 notes that make up a chord. We have major triads and we have minor triads. A major triad is built from a 1, 3, and 5, a root, third, and fifth. A major triad is built from a major third interval from the root. A major third interval is 2 whole steps. So a major third interval from the root would be 2 whole steps from the root. For example, a C major triad is built from the notes C, E, G. The relationship that we're focused on here is the relationship from the C to the E. That is the 1 to the 3. If I start on the note C and I play an E, let's see if that is a major third interval, which would be 2 whole steps. Again, a whole step is 2 frets worth. So 2 whole steps would be 4 frets. Here's my C, 1, 2, 3, 4. So from a C to an E, that is a major third, and you can hear that major sound. Even if I played that E anywhere else on the fretboard, you would still hear that major sound. So the major triad is determined by that relationship from the 1 to the 3, from the root to the third. It is a major third interval. Interval just means the distance between 2 notes. We can also have minor triads. Minor triads are built from a minor third from the root. It's also referred to as a flat third. The major third interval was 2 whole steps, or 4 frets worth. The minor third or the flat third interval is a step and a half, or 3 half steps, or 3 frets. It's 1 fret shorter than the major third interval. For example, a D minor triad is built from the notes D, F, and A. Again, the relationship we're focused on here is that distance between the D and the F, the 1 and the 3. Here's a D on the fretboard. Here's an F. Let's check out what this intervallic relationship is. If I start on the D, I go up 1, 2, 3. That is a step and a half. It's 3 half steps and 3 frets. That is a minor third, D to F. And you can hear that minor sound. So our 7 diatonic chords are built from either major triads or minor triads. And you can clearly hear this sound of the major and the minor. The roots of the 7 diatonic chords are directly related from the 7 notes of the major scale. The root of the chord is the note name of the chord. For example, the root of a C major chord is the note C. The root of a D minor chord is the note D. And these roots are again directly related from the 7 notes of the key's major scale. For example, if we are in the key of C and want to find the 7 diatonic chords of the key of C, the roots for each chord will be the 7 notes of the major scale. The diatonic chords for the key of C will be the C chord, D chord, E chord, F chord, G chord, A chord, and B chord. Now, how do we figure out if these chords are major or minor? We build the triads. Simply take the root of the chord, add a third, then add a fifth. In the key of C, the first diatonic chord is a C chord. The root is C. To get the third of the chord, start on the root C, then go to the third scale degree from the root, which would be the note E. Then go to the 5th scale degree from the root. That's the note G. So the 3 notes of the C triad, C, E, G. If you play that, you can hear it has a major sound. You can also map out the interval of the third on the guitar. If you start on the root C, and go to E, you can see they are 2 whole steps apart. 1, 2, 3, 4 frets apart. So I know that is a major triad. If you play that, you can hear it has a major sound. So this C chord would be a C major chord. The next chord for our diatonic chords in the key of C is the D chord. The D chord is made up of the notes D, F, and A. That is a minor triad because the distance from D to F is a step and a half. It also sounds minor. If you do this for each diatonic chord, you will discover the first chord is major, the second chord is minor, the third chord is minor, the 4th chord is major, the 5th chord is major, the 6th chord is minor, the 7th chord is diminished, which is built from a flat third and flat 5 interval. Now you can use this formula of the 1, 4, and 5 chord are going to be major, and the 2, 3, and 6 chord are going to be minor, and the 7th chord is diminished. You can use that formula for a shortcut to figure out what your diatonic chords are in any key. This formula will remain the same for any key. 1, 4, 5 major, 2, 3, 6 minor, 7 diminished. So if you know the 7 notes of a key's major scale, those are the roots of the chords, then you just plug in this formula. For example, let's find the diatonic chords for the key of C. The C major scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. The 1 chord is C major, the 2 chord is D minor, the 3 chord is E minor, the 4 chord is F major, the 5 chord is G major, the 6 chord is A minor, and the 7 chord is B diminished. Let's do this for one more key. Let's do this for the key of G. The G major scale is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. Those are the 7 notes of the G major scale. Now I'm going to use those as the 7 roots for my 7 diatonic chords and plug in this formula. The 1 chord is G major, the 2 chord is A minor, the 3 chord is B minor, the 4 chord is C major, the 5 chord is D major, the 6 chord is E minor, and the 7 chord is F sharp diminished. These diatonic chords are more commonly referred to as the Nashville number system or Nashville number chords. The Nashville number system is basically a quick way to think about the chords in any key. It's very helpful when you're transposing to different keys. You can actually practice assigning a number to any chord in any song. This will make your life so much easier. For example, if I'm playing a song in the key of C, and the chords for the chorus are C, A minor, F, G, and I want to transpose that song to the key of G, it's a lot easier if I think about numbers instead of the actual chord names. That chord progression of C, A minor, F, and G is a 1, 6, 4, 5. Here it is in the key of G. You can also figure out what key a song is in by looking at the chords. For example, if a song has the chords D, B minor, A, and G, those chords are in the key of D. How do we know this? When you're learning a song, look at the chords in the Nashville Number System Chart PDF and see what key those chords are coming from. If I'm taking the example of D, B minor, A, and G, let me find what key this is coming from. What row includes all of those notes, D, B minor, A, and G? You can see that's coming from the key of D. A step further would be to now assign a number to each chord. If I now know I'm in the key of D, D would obviously be my 1 chord, B minor would be my 6th chord, A would be my 5 chord, and G would be my 4 chord.